All right. Since I'm knuckle deep in this, and I don't want to share it with you guys, how about we go to John, and he's just done a serious upgrade to his comms in his 5th gen 4Runner. Super clean install. I'm gonna go ahead and let him have the channel for this one. Check it out.
They say in the woods, no one can hear you scream unless you have a good communication setup. Today I'll show you how I crammed this Uniden 990SSB into my 2014 4Runner. It's a big radio for a tight space, but after what I read about this radio, I think it'll be worth it. I'll also show you how I set an antenna just to get the signal out. It's a Fire Stick 2. Let's see if I can make this all look clean. Let's see. These 2 bolts. With these off, I should be able to pull this off. Let's see this piece first. And then we've got this connector here. And this little clip. That'll remove the wiring. And this one. All right. I guess I'll take this off and make it easier. There's 2 connectors on here. One in the front here. I've been in here before. I think one of these is broken a little bit. Well, I can take that one off and that'll make this one freer. I don't know that it has to come off. I'll cheat.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So this little piece has to come off to free this. So I have already wired this. I just want to come in and clean everything up, but show you where or how this wiring works. Another little connector here for the 12 volt. And then the connector for the USB has to come off. And that frees up this whole piece. So I'm actually wiring into this 12 volt. The connector is here, and here's my wiring that I ran underneath all of this and around to where I'm going to mount the CB radio.
Okay.
Then on here, You can see that the Toyota 12 volt has a green and a white and black line. The green is actually your hot, which seems so backwards, but it is. And the white and black is your ground. So I've gone ahead and wired in the power line for the CB radio into the 12 volts so that when the truck is shut off, the radio will not still pull power. And I soldered the ends so that there was a solid connection rather than just trying to wire nut or clamp it in some way. All right, so the bracket for the CB radio. I've already pre-drilled this, so it'll just be screwing this the rest of the way in. That's one side. I mounted the antenna straight through the top plate on the bumper. Here you can see that it is just a hole drilled right here, straight through. Wired the antenna up through there. And then I routed it across. I don't know if you can see it through here, but you can see it, or should be able to see it through the wire loom all the way around there.
Yeah.
And then into that main wiring harness area here. Okay. I've got the antenna cable coming through the firewall where the main wiring harness is on the driver's side, and you can see this line is our antenna line. I wrapped it above all of the mechanics for pedals and everything, and then behind the console here. Oop. Then I go. Yeah, I got it. Actually, no, sorry. This was a Christmas/birthday gift from my stepdad. Oh, nice. I did, however, order the antenna online. Okay. So that is actually ready to go back, but I need to put in those middle parts first. So this goes in first. So just reverse order here. I've got the 12 volts that I've already wired up. And I've got the USB from the truck. Let's get that free. And then it should just snap back in place. And there we go. Where's my bolts here? All right, there's that. And then just this one plug for this piece. Nope. I'm getting ahead of myself, and I might have locked myself in here. No, I didn't. I'm silly. All right, it's just this. Snapping that back into place. Come on. There we go. Just snapping back in place. Then this little clasp piece. Back into place, and that holds all that in. So with that on, it's just this. So plug in the wiring for the window, I think is all this is. It's an awful lot of wires for the window. All right, that's good. All right, so we can put these back on. It takes a little positioning on this. Okay. This one with our holder now. All right. That side is good. All right, that was way easier than I thought. Okay, so it's just connecting the antenna. And power. Somewhere down here. So that's the CB radio on. So here's our test. All right, I've got power. And when I shut off the truck, I shut off the radio. I found I had improperly mounted the antenna. I was creating a short in the antenna, and had I talked on the radio, it may have fried my radio. So I found a way to properly do this. I increased the size of the hole. I'm going to put this non-conductive washer in place, and then the lock washer, and then mount the antenna. Okay, so with the radio, this particular one has an SWR meter built into it. So I can set the mode to calibrate And then if I hit the talk button, calibrate is within limits there, if I understand it all correctly. But then I can switch over to SWR, and that is supposed to read below 1.5. And so I am actually getting a 1 even on here. So that should be good. I should be all set. Okay, I think that's it. Fairly clean install, functional, and ready for the trail. Now I just kind of need somebody to talk to. If you like the setup or you have any questions about where I wired the coax or how I wired the radio in, please drop us a comment. Love to hear from you. I'll catch you on the trail.